Well, the anthem's over. The Portuguese very keyed up. I spent the whole of yesterday with them, and they're determined they're not going to go down without a fight. But there's the Scottish lineup. Captain for the second time, Brian Redpath. With Derek Lee injured against South Africa, Gregor Townsend starts his first match as a fullback. The Leslie brothers, sons of the former All Black captain Andy Leslie, start a match together in the Scotland jersey for the first time, although they both finished the match against South Africa. Doddy Weir today equals Colin Dean's forward record of 52 appearances. It's a very young and experimental Portuguese team. Watch out for Rowan Hoffman in the centre. He was voted Player of the Year last season. And Nuno Mourão at fly half, both of excellent pace and confidence. The forwards will struggle in the set pieces. They're much later, but it's a very young pack with plenty of mobility. Joachim Ferreira at prop is the most experienced player with 24 caps. And there's the referee, Giovanni Maradin from Italy. Big day for him too. He's got a lot of experiences on the touchline with Scott Young and Steve Lander. And it goes Duncan Hodge starting the game. And Scotland recovering it immediately. Good possession for them. Through the middle goes John Leslie. Redpath gets it wide to Hodge. Leslie again. Sorry, it's the hooker. Bullock. Bringing in forwards from deep positions to set it going. Back inside. Coming through the middle, Davy Mayer. Wide again. Good retention of the ball and recycling. Just a couple of metres from the line. The Portuguese haven't touched the ball yet. Good tackle on the line from them. Redpath waits. Leslie gets it, tries to force his way over. Another good tackle. Well, certainly very spirited defence. They work it to the other side. Leslie over. Try given. And a first try for John Leslie in his second match of the game. Just 1 minute 20. Good recycling, good ball retention, Scott.
Oh, wonderful play by Scotland there. That's straight from the kick-off, and there must have been 8 or 9 phases of possession there. The Scots retained possession, got quick ball from the ruck, and here we see in the replay, Leslie almost with his third touch of the ball, over he goes. Maybe a slight hint of a double movement there, but you know the great thing is that the defences were taken on, and wonderful score there for Leslie.
Oh, just looking at that, you could argue, if you're going to be really pedantic, that he seemed to actually even lose connection with the ball for a second, but the referee obviously ruling that the movement was immediate and therefore allowing it.
Superb start by Scotland, as we said, right from the kick-off, and here Duncan Hodge has got a great opportunity of extending that lead.
And he's pulled it wide at the left-hand post, but the game just 2 minutes old, Scotland leading 5 points to 0. Drop out from Salvador Amaral. Scotland back in their own 22, but again they've got the ball. Big drive upfield from Welsh Pountney. Redpath down is one, he goes the other. Plenty of room, it's found space down there. The Portuguese hand to ball. Who's the scrum going to? And it's going to Portugal. Well, they're well outweighed, but can they hold it secure enough just to get possession? There we are, 10-stone advantage to the Scottish team. Referee just trying to get them square and straight. Speed comes in from Little Rocha. Mourão. Hoffman, who could have played for Scotland. He does well to recycle it. Out it comes to Luis Samas. And Mourão showing they're quite prepared to keep the ball in hand. Good confidence from them. Back it goes to Barbosa. Back on the inside, Melo Castro. Good recycling this time from the Portuguese. Mourão, he finds Amaral. And the Scots have forced a mistake. Referee waiting for an advantage. Now it's got driven forward well by David Hilton. Townsend into the line. Little knock on first, 2 knock-ons, so the scrum down, and the Portuguese come up with the scrum feed.
Good confidence there by the Portuguese team. We've seen them putting the ball through the hands, they prepare to attack Scotland, and I think some people might be quite surprised at the way they approach this game. I saw the Portuguese team compete in the Air France Sevens, and a lot of talented players there, especially Maleo Castro at number 8. He's got some stunning pace, but they're looking at the set piece for a steady platform which to release their backs.
Maleo Castro feeds. Rocha, chip through. On the chase. Back gathering in, Cameron Murray for Scotland. The Scottish backs up, driving it down. He tells him to use it back to Redpath. Scott Murray getting into the action. Good tackle there by Hoffman. And can Portugal now come up with the ball? Well, Scotland have protected it well, and there's hands in there just trying to drag it back by the Portuguese. Rowan Hoffman, the offender. An Australian who's now been settled in Portugal for 5 years. His grandmother, though, was Scottish. He had a season with London Scottish and played a game for the Scottish Exiles before going out there. There's Mello, the second row, the front jumper, the fair-haired number 4. No Macrododi here, though. Leslie offloads beautifully there to Kenny Logan. Great driving run, good stuff from the Scottish forwards. Wide it goes. This time it's Jamie Mayer who sets up the ruck. Redpath digging it out, Leslie. Back to Houghton. Turnover though. And a penalty to the Portuguese, holding on in the tackle first, and when they didn't get advantage from the turnover. Not 10 metres, so up they go again. Another chance. You can see the nervousness there, the nerves in the Portuguese team, Scott.
Yes, I think they'll be looking to find touch on this particular phase of play, but all credit to them, they're prepared to have a go. I don't think they're not excited, they just want to get in the game, they want to get some sort of platform there, but we could just see off the top of the line-out ball from Scotland there, that the Scottish forwards driving at the heart of the Portuguese defence, and but for the turnover, it may well be another try-scoring opportunity.
Good to see Tom Smith there in the action early, the loose hip hop who was such a power on the line score, but this really, the whole of that season really, picked up by Barbosa. Poor pass that from Rocha, but Barão makes the most of it. Lays it back. Referee ruling obviously that the ruck hadn't formed, allowing Scotland to come through, and they got it. Leslie gets away. To the other Leslie. Well, was it an early tackle or wasn't it? The referee gives the Portuguese the benefit of the doubt. The drive on, they're only a couple of minutes short now. Leslie with the dummy, and Leslie under the posts. Here's too easy.
Yeah, the brothers of Concertina there, the ball taken on through Kenny Logan, the ball was recycled, and masses of space out there. It could have been any number of Scots who could have scored that try, but they'll be delighted to take that try themselves, and back to halfway, and hopefully refocus again. Here we see the ball come out through Hodges' hands. There's a miss one there, a slight dummy, and good pace shown by John Leslie, and over dots the ball down for what is a simple try.
John Leslie, the elder son of Andy Leslie, just a year older than his brother. Just a month ago he was playing in the national provincial final in New Zealand for Otago.
Yes, he's only been in the country for 4 weeks, and he's already got one Scotland cap. There's his first try for Scotland. Great play.
No problem with the conversion for Duncan Hodge. So 2 tries to John Leslie. Hodge with the conversion, 12-0 to Scotland. Big, strong, direct runner. Father and his brother are both back row forwards. He looks as if he could be too, doesn't he?
Yes, great play there, and we'll go back to the action here. The great take by Donny Weir, and the Scots again are just driving into the heart of this Portuguese forward.
That's Tom Smith exploding out of the ruck. And Redpath chipping ahead and almost regaining his own chip. Well done, Portuguese, though. They've protected their own ball very well indeed. Well, unfortunately, they only made like 10 metres. You've got to say that Scotland will be very much the favourites again at the line-out.
Absolutely, Donny Weir's commanding at the moment, but Scots look to be shortening the line-out here. Something will have an option in the backs here, so it'll be interesting to keep an eye on what's happening around the pivotal position of Duncan Hodge.
Hodge standing very wide, off the top very quickly. A Portuguese hand got into it. It was knocked down deliberately, says the referee. Penalty Scotland.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Scots do. Whether it goes for Hodge to the corner, yes, that's the option, and line out following this kick. Yeah, this is a tactic coming more and more into the game nowadays. Rather than go for the 3 points, it's the close line out to the opposition try line. Obviously a formation off it, whether it's a drive through the middle or a backs option. It's there for the taking, but an interesting claw there from Scotland.
Broken ball. That time Scott Murray. In comes the big drive from the forwards. And it's still simple, wasn't it? Who's come up with the score? It's Eric Peters.
This is a game suited towards Tom Smith, who set up the try. He's going to be everywhere this game. This is a great try where he's broken through the tackle. He's fed Eric Peters, and he will see right from the line out throw. Good option to the tail of the lane. Good drive from Tom Smith here. Just releases it, stays big in contact, and Eric Peters over for a try.
Tom Smith really enjoying himself. He was such a force on that Lions tour of South Africa, did so much towards winning that series, and then disappeared for the whole of last season with a groin injury that just wouldn't go away. And it's very good news for Scotland and very good news for British rugby that he's back fully fit again. Beautifully struck by Duncan Hodge. Over it goes. And the scoreline, Scotland 19.
Yeah, here we see Tom Smith again, staying big in the tackle. There's two tacklers there, offloads with the one hand, and then Eric Peters, well, he didn't have to go too far to score that try.
Up out again from Amaral. Scotland just moving the ruck sideways so that they can spin off as well. But no need to, they're just driving the Portuguese back at will. Regroup, now they go off the side. Smith again is the man who instigates it. Not forward. But Portugal could profit from this. Once they get it up, they've got good speed. Hoffman. What a pity. Picked up by Kenny Logan. Supporting the other way, Cameron Murray. Not forward by Scotland, they'll just run down to Portugal. But good to see, Scott, that Portugal at least not just kicking the ball away in front as soon as they get it. They're prepared to give it a go.
Absolutely, they're prepared to drive there, they're prepared to attack the Scots, and it was a play that pass just didn't go to hand. But Kenny Logan was quick as attack onto it and actually set up the counter-attack.
Russia, 5'4". Murau gets the kick away, play nearly up to the 22. Murau, who would not be their first choice at centre half. Probably play on Wednesday against Spain in the centre. But Teixeira, who's the number one at the moment, is playing his rugby these days in Strasbourg, and they want him to play in a league match. Eric Peters off the back of the line-out, sets it up underneath the posts. Driven again by Tom Smith, with a little nudge forward that the referee spotted, run down to Portugal.
Yeah, good combination off the line-out play there. Tom Smith well involved in play again, and we've seen how dynamic this pop forward is.
Well, there's the panic feed. Oh, and that could be the simplest try in the world. No, he's not giving it. No, he's given a 5-metre scrum. He judged that Murau had just got downward pressure on the ball. Just about, but you could have equally argued for the try. Back it comes, Townsend, stepping through, acres of space, and the score wasn't going for long.
A simple move off there, off a scrum ball there. A very firm fielding of especially on that second move called Rosing. Here we see Eric Peters feeding mid path, who feeds to Townsend. Simple overlap chance there, but Townsend dummies and goes over himself.
Just 17 minutes gone, Scotland already leading 22-0. And Gregor Townsend enjoying his roving role at fullback. So it's 24-0 at the moment, and the conversion still to come. Duncan Hodge. The Edinburgh Reavers fly half. Wide of the left-hand post. He's going to get plenty of kicking practice today, he certainly knows that. As Gregor Townsend now plays his rugby, of course, down in Breve.
Yeah, here we see the simple score against a less organised defence. It's a simple score, but against a more organised defence, that's a tough move. But here we see Portugal kicking deep, a wee bit of alternative, but they put it straight out.
So nearly worked. It was only an inch or two, and the Scots opting back for the scrum on the centre spot. Well, we knew it, didn't we? Scotland dominating the game completely territorially, as well as on the scoreboard. They've been in Portugal's half 75% of the time. Peters to Redpath. Townsend in the line again, looking for the angles. Logan takes the tackle and sets it up. A little nudge forward again, says the referee. Scrum down to Portugal. Back it comes. Melo Castro holding it, controlling it well. Good kick that time from Morao. Really got some length on it. Back goes Townsend. Looking to open up. Was that an early tackle? Yeah, the referee did spot it again. He was waiting for the advantage.
Yeah, young Gregor Townsend putting his teammates under pressure there a wee bit indecisive, but they've got away with the penalty, and Duncan Hodges just got clear for touch here.
Quarter of the game gone. 24-0. Has to be said, though, the Portuguese are not actually putting out the strongest team today. There are 8 players that are holding back for Wednesday. They know full well that the big game for them, although it's a great honour to be playing against Scotland, is the game against Spain, because if they can beat Spain, they are through to the World Cup finals. Big drive from Scott Murray. That was Leslie, sorry, driving it on. Gets into the action again to try and rescue Redpath. Portugal come up with the ball. Again, little unforced errors around the base of the ruck and ball.
A wee bit untidy there. They're just going to have to define the lines of communication there. They know they're going to get plenty of ball, but what we're going to do is lie deep when receiving that ball.
Secure scrum, back to Morao. He puts it wide, but not wide enough. Townsend looking for the inside pass, and quickly onto it. Melo Castro. He sets it up well. Oh, and the Scots getting over the top and using hands back. You can't get away with that. The touch judge spotted it. I saw him just talking into the handle of his touch flag, which has a microphone in it, to the referee.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Portugal do here, whether they go for goal or whether they're just going to kick down the touch, and indeed they're going to go for the touch.
Morao, and a good touch inside the 22, just about 15 metres. Now, can they get their own line out and get some quality possession and launch their own attack?
Yeah, we've seen the first few throws, both to 2 and 4. That's to Doddy Weir and to Scott Murray, but Portugal's throwing, obviously, and we'll be interested to see what they do here.
Good catch. Now they don't want to get driven off it. What they've got to do. They came up 10. They came up too early. It was a clean two-handed catch. In that situation, they have to wait for the referee to signal that the line out is over. And Luis Lamas, the left wing, has come right out onto his wing, hoping to catch him napping, but they're going for a set move. 4 of the forwards there, forming some sort of shield. Back inside it comes. Melo Castro sets it up again. Wide this time. Drop goal from Morao. And just wide of the left-hand post.
Well, I think a few of the Portuguese thought that kick was actually over. We'll watch it on the replay here. No, just left of the upright. So good decision by the referee, good positioning there, and Scotland's drop out to restart.
Good drop out, the Scots getting in there, but it was hitting the man in the air, I think, is what the referee has actually ruled. You're not allowed to tackle the man while he's in the air. I think that was a bit harsh. Both could have been judged to have been going for the ball.
Yeah, Hoffman just taking the left foot to touch there to set up Portugal. They're putting good pressure on Scotland here.
Well, they went very close through the last line-out. Let's see if they can go one better this time. Well, that wasn't very straight, and the referee spotted it. Poor throw in there from Paulo Silva, ruining the good position. Good kick knocked backwards, that time by Murray. And Scotland have picked up and carried it through. Redpath can't hold on. Knock forward, says the far touch judge, Steve Lander of England. And the crowd is starting to enjoy this. And it's actually, the crowd's filled out quite a bit. Knowing that they didn't have to get to their seats early, they all rushed in at the last moment. I should think there are probably 7,000 or 8,000 here now. Hoffman offloaded beautifully, good skills. Barao keeps it going. Melo Castro. Poor old Lamas, though, gets Kenny Logan as he gets the ball.
Yeah, man and ball there, but we'll notice from this play actually that Portugal didn't get across the gain line. Although they're putting the ball through the hand, they just didn't make any ground on the good Scots defence. What we call a hospital pass in the game.
And then some centres refuse to even take him, Scott. Again, good punching run through the centre. Hodge to Townsend. The deep pass. Bullock getting into the action, but it's a turnover. And Varela puts it back into Scotland's half, only as far as Gregor Townsend, though. Murray. Plenty of support there. The Scots just indulging themselves. Smith setting it up. Back inside to Townsend. Through two lines of defence, through the third line of defence, and under the posts. And the magical running we know he's capable of if he gets any sort of space at all.
Yeah, lovely silky running there from Gregor Townsend. Here we see him just pick up the ball, he picks it back on the angle, feints for the dummy pass, begins to straighten, then comes off his right. Good change of the hand, and he's in for a nice try. Good running by Gregor Townsend there.
Gregor Townsend, his first start at fullback. He took over from Derek Lee during the match last week because he's very experienced. 19 tests as a fly half, 16 at centre. Duncan Hodge adds the conversion points, and Scotland lead 31-0.
Yeah, here we see the inside pass. Look at the angle that Gregor goes on, steps off his right foot there, beats the covering defence and in under the post.
Amaral with the left-footed dropout. Gathered in well by Duncan Hodge. And a good kick back into the 22. Collected by Varela. And he was outside the 22. So a line out to Scotland just outside the Portuguese 22. Well, we know this one was always likely to be a resounding Scottish victory, but it'll be fair enough at Twickenham. Remember, after this match, you can see the highlights of England versus Australia. Bullock, bullocking his way through. Offside over almost in front of the post. Well, the referee saying, hold back, don't take a quick one. One of the Portuguese props, Paulo Marques, is in spot of bother. And he needs attention, so the referee just calling on the Portuguese medic. Ian McGeechan, a former Scottish coach, watching that from the studio. Are you happy with the way Scotland are going so far?
I think they'll be very pleased, John, with their start. I thought they were very disciplined, particularly up front. They were doing the simple things well, giving themselves targets and regrouping quickly. I think they've just lost a little bit of momentum actually in the last 10 minutes because they were trying to just hurry it again, and when it becomes loose and casual, that's the sort of ball Portugal will feed on, and that's the ball that they've got to keep control. Scotland must keep control of it.
Well, it's a penalty to Scotland, a chance to regain that momentum they had. They're using a screen as well. And Tom Smith goes off himself from the edge of the screen, set it up, Hodge, and driving straight over. That time, I think it was Jimmy Mayer. Mayer indeed comes up with the ball. His first try for Scotland in his second match.
Again, at the heart of this try was Tom Smith peeling off the side of that ball. Here we see the replay here. Red path under Smith. He feeds the dummy. Tries to take what, 1, 2, 3, 4 Portuguese defenders with him. It's smart ball back, and Hodge has got all options inside and out. Mayer just drives over. Good try. Well, we said that Duncan Hodge would be having plenty of practice with his goal kicks, but only 3 goals in 5 attempts at the moment. But if he can get his kicking right, it's important for Scotland. Last week against the South Africans, they missed 2 penalties in the first half, and I think it's vital that this area of the game is addressed.
Well, he's certainly given that a real thump through the posts. That'll do his confidence some good. An excellent kick. Scotland 38, Portugal 0. There's the kick. Ooh, knocked off his feet there, Scott Murray. I can remember him getting hurt in the club game in that situation, but he came up quickly on that occasion. No injuries, thank goodness. I don't think it was anything intentional, just desperation to try and get some ball. But instead they find themselves pinned back almost on their own 22. An excellent kick from Duncan Hodge. And another Scottish line out. Scott Murray off the top. Leslie. Set up, good quick ball for Scotland, but the defence is in place. Hodge just trying to wriggle free. Gets the pass away to Bullock. Huntley carries it on. They're only a metre short. Shadowing in, trying to get over. Back it comes one more time. And no problems at all for Kenny Logan. He dives through the cluster of bodies. The score is 8th try in the Scottish jersey.
Well, a popular score there for the Murrayfield crowd and Kenny Logan, the Wasps player, recalled to the Scotland team. Takes a good ball off Redpath, but having again recycled 6-7 phases of possession, it's only a matter of time before Scotland are going to break down that Portuguese defence. To their credit, they're trying everything, the Portuguese, you know, but the Scotland attackers seem to be taking at least 3 or 4 of the Portuguese defenders, and that's where the space has been created out wide.
Yes, that 10-stone advantage in the pack really showing. The upper body strength of the Scottish forward also vastly superior to anything that the Portuguese have to offer. Portuguese, mainly students. The game still in Portugal, played very much in the universities. Hasn't really spread. The country, of course, is soccer mad. Another great thump, and it's a good one again from Duncan Hodge. 2 good conversions from wide on the right. And that's 45-0 to Scotland. Lamas with the kickoff. Redpath takes it round on the loop, starts things going again. Into the line is Cameron Murray off the left wing. And obstruction, accidental offside, the Scots running into their own man. Just thinking Rory Underwood down there in the studio, it's the sort of game you'd have enjoyed, Rory, just one of those chances to up the try count.
Yeah, but after 35 minutes, that's Kenny Logan's, I think, second pass, he's got his first try. If I was out there, I'd be screaming for the ball with the amount of possession Scotland are getting.
It's a great chance to get the ball wide on every occasion. And again, Smith just racing away, Bodyware with the ball in hand. He decides to set up. The second row partner lays it on. Hodge to Leslie, Townsend in again, and through the burst. Jamie Mayer cuts inside, his second try.
Well, I think that's been the best try so far we've seen this afternoon. A superb try by Jamie Mayer, but here we see John Leslie just feeding the ball down the line out to Gregor Townsend, who feeds Bullock. He just straightens, puts Jamie Mayer through the gap, and Jamie's actually got the pace. I thought he might go for the corner, but look, he steps inside off his right foot, round the fullback, Varela, and scores neatly just beside the post. But the depth and angles of the Scottish run in there was what made that particular try, and Jamie Mayer will be delighted with his second.
Here we got Duncan Hodge with a chance to hoist 50 points for Scotland. Only 37 minutes gone, and things looking obvious, looking ominous for the Portuguese. They're going to get tighter and tighter as this game goes on, and I don't think the Scots will be feeling any pain at all, Scott.
Yeah, obviously it's very much a one-sided battle, and now everybody's lips will be how many points can Scotland actually score in the second half. The one thing for Scottish rugby is giving those players a bit of confidence with the ball in hand, and what they've got to do is take this through into the Five Nations when the next represent, obviously, once they get the qualifying competition out of the way. But it does give them confidence, whereas the Portuguese, it must be a bit soul-destroying.
Amaral again with the kick-off. Here we go again. Held off, well, They were lucky to get away with that. He held back his pass, and one of the Scots took out a defender. Townsend carries on because they have got away with it. Barbosa tried a very, very dangerous pass inside and gives away the knock-on. 72% possession to the Scots. Firm refereeing from Giovanni Morandin. Leslie out to Mayer. Loosed up again. Portuguese piling in there to try and secure possession from that Scottish mistake. They haven't managed it. Redpath to Hodge. Leslie steaming away. Finds Mayer. Bullock. He's got good hands too. Knocked forward first by the Scots, so it'll be a scrum down to Portugal.
Yeah, one-way traffic at the moment. It was just in that Scotland got caught well behind gain line, but because they retained possession, they were unable to counter-attack again, and another just a slight error creeping in the game. And Scotland got to be careful because at this stage it can get too loose at times, and these unforced errors can come into the game.
Barau with a little dummy, gets round the front, links with his forwards. Melo Castro. Nice play, good confidence, applause from the crowd. They appreciate that too. Away comes Portela. Protected well. Barau again, wide. Hoffman getting caught, but offside. No, in fact, running shotgun. Somebody coming across and stopping the tackle, getting to the man for a moment, so it's Scotland who come up with penalty. They went back 10, the referee waiting to see whether Scotland could get advantage. We're just at the end of 1 minute of injury time. Bullock the hooker with the ball. They're not going to go for goal. They've already made sure there's no point in practicing goal kicking from in front of the post. Wide. To Mayer. Peters in. Leslie. He set it up. Goes wide. Hodge wriggling through. A little knock forward. Portugal again will have the scrum. But there won't be time for that at half-time. And the Portuguese have conceded 8 tries in the first half. Scotland lead 50 points to 0.